Welcome back, and as we promised, we are going to shed light on the Egyptian participation in the BIT Milano Tourism Festival or exhibition, which is taking place in Italy. And to shed more light on the issue, we are very much delighted to have with us via phone Mr. Yehya Abdul, our tourism consultant and expert. Thank you very much for being with us, sir. A very good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Min. How are you?
Starting immediately with BIT Milano to travel exhibition, tell us more about it and about its importance in this domain.
Well, really, this is one of the top travel exhibitions, like worldwide. Annually, convened in Milano. It's one of the top, sophisticated capitals of Europe, and Egypt has been participating for the past 50 years. And there's a large number of Egyptian corporations and tour operations are joining the exhibit this year.
As far as I know, that it took place from the 8th to the 10th of February, and there were participants coming from all over the world to share.
Yes, this is quite true, and we have an excellent, pavilion for Egypt, and there is over 30 corporations, flying from Egypt to join, the BIT.
Yeah.
They represent major airlines, hotel corporations, hospitality institutions, and top, especially, tour operators working with the Italian and European market.
I mean, Mr. Abdul, the importance of this event, it's not only about showing what Egypt have or about even signing deals with different travel agencies, but also to know the latest regarding even the way of propaganda, marketing, how to make sure that we are doing the best we can to propagate for Egypt and to also invade new markets, and taking into consideration that the competition is that fierce when it comes to tourism in general. If you want to elaborate on that.
Well, really, Europe is a major, our government travel for Egypt. We generate at least 6% of our travel market from Europe, and especially Italy has been one of the top, exporting travel to Egypt outbound. So this is why, we participate, regularly in these events, and we throughout, this exhibition and travel show, will be introducing, the latest about, Egyptian tourist attractions, inshallah, the soon grand opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum. And it's just today, we have, a great ship, an Italian one, Vespucci. It's docking in Alexandria seaport. And this has been going, touring the world for about 2 years now, since 2023. So this is just like to show, the solidarity and the cordiality between Egypt and Italy on many, levels of participation and culture.
I don't know, when it comes to Italy, to Spain, to the Mediterranean peoples in general, I feel that we are that similar, that close to each other. We are very much passionate, hot blood. I mean, we are all the time speaking in a loud voice, moving our hands, our even body language is a little bit similar. This is, I think, one of the major elements we have to make this easier to have exchange of tourism, of tourists, I mean, if you agree with me on that too.
Of course, ties between the Mediterranean, countries, the Mediterranean, there's about 25 main seaports, extending all the way from Marseille in France to Barcelona in Spain, Genoa in Italy, and Perez in Greece, and Laodicea in Syria, and in Turkey, Marmaris as well, and Egypt and Tunisia. So the whole Mediterranean share, common characteristics, language, heritage, culture, music, cuisine. So there is solid ties between us, and that's why we have a great exchange of travel between Egypt and Italy, Greece, Turkey, France, Spain, and most of the Mediterranean.
Greece, Cyprus, you name it.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Since you mentioned the Grand Egyptian Museum inauguration, which is going to take place that soon, inshallah, How do you see this as one of the main attractions or the main elements we should make the best use of when participating in such international events?
Well, we've been, like making like a soft opening for the Grand Egyptian Museum, and this week we have, like a top French modeling agency, like they were having like the shows, like just 2 days ago. So really we're working on planning for the grand opening, continentally with Europe and with the whole world. And this is going to be a major attraction on July 3rd, inshallah, because the whole world has been anticipating to tour and visit, like the artifacts and the magic collections that we have, like the King Tut tour, for example, which will display over 5,000 artifacts in under one roof.
I think every single hall in the gym is going to be a source of attraction. Every single piece is going to be a source of attraction. But about its inauguration, we should take into consideration that it's not going to be less than the inauguration of the Suez Canal in the 19th century. We need another Verdi to have an opera for us, to have another Aida, because simply this is our gift to humanity. It's not only an ordinary museum. If you want to elaborate on this, or if you agree with me on what I've said.
I think Dr. Ahmed Hanno, Minister of Culture, and Dr. Ghunaim, the current, chairman of the Grand Egyptian Museum, we have to do the same thing that Khedive did like over 100 years ago when we commissioned Verdi, to compose an opera for the opening. We can do the same thing and make an international competitions for operas worldwide, and to make, an opera as well, for the grand opening, because this is going to be one of the top events for the 21st century, definitely.
Inshallah, it's going to be such an event which is going to amaze the whole world. Well, Mr. Yehya Abdul Qader, our tourism expert and consultant, thank you very much for your input, sir, and have a very good day. Well, by this we come to the end, but I do have some piece of good news before I go. The book of Wasf Misr, or Egypt Description, where more than 150 scientists and writers participated to have this wonderful product, this wonderful book. Bibliotheca Alexandrina did it, and they are preparing a digital edition of this book. It's going to be another gift from Bibliotheca Alexandrina, not only to the Egyptians, but to humanity. If you want to know more about Egypt, this is an open invitation. Read it in its digital form. This book is going to enrich not only your cultural heritage, but it's going, I think, to affect your personality in general. Well, by this we come to the end of our episode. Stay tuned on Nile TV International always for more updates. Many thanks for watching. This was Nermeen Abdurrahman.